Good morning, everybody. Brooke here, ready for your 45-minute morning Pilates routine. We're going to use some equipment today. We're going to get out all of our toys. If you have them at home, grab a resistance loop, a long resistance band, and a soft Pilates ball. So this is a 7-inch or 18-centimeter ball. If you don't have a ball, you can substitute a towel. If you don't have a loop or band, don't worry about it. Just go through the motions that I'm doing without the extra equipment and just try to add a little more squeeze to your muscles to get more of a workout. And we're going to go ahead and start standing up. So we're going to start a little bit differently today. We're going to start with a standing leg warm-up rather than coming into our planks as I normally do. But still, I want you to do a quick posture check, just checking that your feet are hip-width apart, toes and heels in a line, and lengthen through the crown of the head, zip the core in, button your ribs towards your hips, shoulders down away from the ears. Now take a big step forward with your right foot and lift your back heel up. We're going to drop that back knee down towards the mat until it's almost to a 90-degree bend and press into your front heel. So that front leg is taking most of the weight. Breathe in, stretch your legs. Breathe out, bend the knees. Lift. And we're going to keep your core really strong. Keep your rib to hip connection, tailbone kind of dropping down towards the floor. Imagine puppet strings just pulling you straight up and then dropping you back down towards the mat. Last one, come down and hold. Zip the core a little tighter, pulse it low. 8 little pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now press into your right foot. Lift your left knee up. Shoulder blades together behind your back. Just really open up your collarbone. Breathe in. Drop the knee back down or the foot back down to your lunge. Breathe out. Lift the knee up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. For 2. And lift. Last one, and lift. And then as you take that left foot back, straighten up your back once again, drop that back knee and lift your front heel up. So we're on your toes on both feet, front heel up. Breathe in, stretch your legs, bend the knees. Breathe in and out. Stay here for 6. Think again, open collarbone, chin up, nice long neck. Good, last 3. 2, hands out to your sides for a balance. Holding the last one down, little pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the front heel, take the chest leaning forward, lift your back leg up. So your chest drops down towards the mat, that back leg lifts up. Breathe in, come back into your lunge. Breathe out, lift the back leg, drop your chest, hands along your sides, shoulder blades together. Inhale down, 2 more like that. Exhale, lift. So standing leg really strong like a tree trunk. Last one down. Up and hold. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just hinge your chest up, that foot down until your feet come back together. You're kind of towards the top end of your mat. Take a big breath in and let it go. You're just going to step your right leg back now. So having changed legs, left knee, left foot should be in front. Drop your back knee, zip the core tight, weight into your front heel. Breathe in, stretch. And bend, lift, and lower. 6 more. So imagine balancing a book on top of your head. That will just make sure your posture is perfect, your chin is lifted, shoulders relaxed. Stay here for 4, 3, little exhale each time you come down into your lunge. Last one, down and hold again, tilt the pelvis slightly, draw the belly button in, pulse low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And press into your left foot, lift your right knee up. Breathe in, come back into your lunge, leaning slightly forward. Breathe out, lift the right knee. Breathe into your lunge. 2 more times here. Right knee up, find the balance, shoulders back. Inhale forward. Exhale, lift, hold for 3, 2, 1, and step that right foot back. Sit up nice and tall. Drop your back knee down, peel your front heel up. Inhale, stretch the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Think high to low. Up and down. Wrap the core a little tighter. Relax your shoulders. Stay here for 3, 2. Last one. We hold it low. Pulse it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the front heel. Lift your back leg. Find a focal point on the floor to help you with that balance. Inhale back to your lunge. Exhale, lift the back leg. Squeeze that glute on your right leg, the leg that's up. Inhale down. The standing leg is also working hard. Hold your balance. Inhale to lunge. Let's hold this last one, staying there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just hinge your chest up, foot down. Drop your right foot into the mat. So you're standing towards the top of your mat. And we do a quick stretch. Balance on your right leg, left foot into your hand. Knees together, hips forward, and float your right arm up. And then drop your left foot, right foot into your hand, knees together, hips forward. Lift your left leg up. Good, then drop the feet down to the mat. Again, check that your feet are parallel, hip width apart. Round the spine to roll down, chin to chest, rolling down over the legs. Just let the hands hang, let the head hang, nod your head slightly. And then shake the head side to side. Bend your knees, get your hands to the mat, and then try to straighten your legs back out. Again, bend your knees, chest rest on top of the knees, hands on the mat. Breathing out, try to keep the hands on the mat, keep the chest close to the knees as you straighten the legs. Last time, I want you to bend the knees and then step your feet back into a high plank. Good. Shoulders right over your hands, lift your head slightly. We're gonna lift your right leg up, take the shoulders behind the hands. Imagine somebody's pulling that toe to the top of the wall behind you. Then breathe out, drop the knee under the body to the opposite elbow. Breathe in, lift, and lower. Last 2, lift, stretch, and lower. Keep your standing legs straight. That's important now, that left leg. Hold the last one, knee under the chest, hold there for 3, 2, 1. Take the right leg back down to the mat, switch sides. Left toe goes up to the ceiling, left knee to the right elbow, breathing out. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Last 2, lift, and lower. One more, lift. Drop the knee under the body, hold there for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your plank. Then lift your hips up, press into your heels. Hold your downward dog stretch for a deep breath in. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Soften the knees, drop your chin, round your spine, roll yourself back to standing. 3 stepping, one vertebra on top of the other. Shoulders and head come up last. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, float up onto your toes. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Draw the belly button in. And then reach your arms out to the sides as you slowly lower your heels down to the mat. Drop your chin one more time. Rounding the spine, rolling all the way down. As we hang over the legs this time, we're just going to swing your arms left and right. Hips kind of swinging in opposition to the shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Bend the knees, hands to the mat, walking forward, breathing out as you come out into a plank. And then we're going to drop it down into a low plank. So coming down to your elbows, drop your hips low, lift your head up, slide the shoulders down, point the toes on your left foot, and lift your left leg up and down. 5, 4, 3, really reach for those toes, squeeze that left glute. Last one, we hold the leg up, hold that leg up, stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those left toes down, point the right toes. Lift up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one again, we're gonna hold it up, stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then drop that toe down, drop both knees down to the mat. I'm gonna drop your hips, round out your lower back. Press your mat away with those elbows. And then exhale, lift your left knee up, keep the right knee down. Inhale down. Exhale, lift the right knee up. Inhale down. Left knee up. And down. Then right. And down. Stay here for 4. Always with at least one knee on the mat. Last 2. And down. 1. Both knees down. Now you sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Rest your head on the mat. And take a big cleansing breath. Let it go. Drag your hands back. Just sitting up onto your heels. Just roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Roll them forward. And then change positions so you're sitting onto your back. And stretch your body out through the middle of your mat. So reaching the arms over your head, stretching from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. I'm going to squeeze the inner thighs together, so get those legs really active. Draw your belly button in, lift your pelvic floor, and then exhale. Start lifting the hands, lift the head, peel your spine up off the mat. Try to keep the feet down. Stretch your arms forward over your legs. And then inhale, reach up your spine. Think string out of the top of the head, shoulders away from the ears. Breathing out, round the spine, point the toes, scoop the abdominals in as you roll down bone by bone. Inhale, reach the arms behind you. Exhale, curl up. Stretch. Articulate into that nice long straight back. And then exhale, round the spine, coming down once again. Inhale to hold. Exhale, curl up. Enjoy that fluidity of the spine. That stretch as you come forward. Lengthening through the top of the head. And then come halfway back and hold. Now we're going to cross your right hand across the body. Left hand comes behind your ear. Inhale, change. Right arm to the ear, left arm across the body. So really get the pinky to the outside of the opposite hip. Turn the shoulders. There's no movement through the pelvis. There's no movement through your feet. Point the toes, squeeze the legs together. So really anchoring your legs. Stay here for 4 and 3. Make sure you're leaning back enough that you feel the abdominals working. Last 2 and 1. Then both arms come up to your ears. Go down an inch, and then resist gravity as you come all the way back down. Take a deep breath in. And then one more time, last time, peeling your spine up, reaching the hands forward, straightening the back, and coming halfway back. This time we just open the chest, turning the arm out to the back corner of the room. Inhale, center, other way. Just feel that nice twist through the shoulders, stretching out the chest muscles. Stay here for 4. Try to lengthen through the fingertips as the arms go out. Last 2, stretch, and back. And 1, hands come back to the front. Again, we go down an inch, and then all the way back down. And wrap your hands around your knees, hug your knees into your chest, a little bit of a rock side to side. Good. Now just hold your right knee and extend your left toe out. Toe point to the top of the wall in front of you. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, press your lower back into the mat, chin into your chest, and then switch to the legs. Strong exhale with each knee pull. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then pull both knees in. Take your hands behind your head. Keep the shoulders high. Keep your elbows wide and turn the elbow across the body to the opposite knee. And then switch. There's the oblique muscles at the sides of the waist working. Staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull both knees in. Keep your hands behind the head. Make sure the shoulders are kind of squared through the center. And then just extend your legs out. Turn your toes out. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Breathe in. Pull the knees back into the chest. Shoulders stay high. Breathe out. Stretch your legs. Turn your toes out. Squeeze the inner thighs. Scoop the lower abdominals. And then inhale. This time we drop the shoulders as the knees come in. With your next exhale, lift the shoulders, stretch your legs, rotate the toes out. So you get a little turn out on the toes. Lower your right leg down. Exhale, lift it back up. Heels touch. Lengthen through your left toes. You lower that leg down towards the mat. Exhale, lift it back up. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your shoulders high up off the mat. One more time with each leg. Right leg lengthening as you lower. Exhale to lift. Belly button scooped in. Left leg down. Exhale, lift back up. And then drop your shoulders. Hug your knees into your chest. Just turn your head a little bit side to side, stretching out any tension through the neck. Good. Now we're going to lift the toes up to the ceiling. Lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. Hold the right leg as the left leg drops. And we're going to do pull, pull, double pull. Switch leg. Staying here for 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Now we're going to lift both feet up to the ceiling. This time we're going to flex your feet. Pull your toes in. Scissor legs with feet flexed for 6 and 5. Feel a little different stretch. 4, 3, last 2 and 1. Now drop the shoulders, hug your knees in, take a big breath, and then find your ball. Take your feet down to the mat, lift your hips up, place the ball under the pelvis. Now if you don't have a ball, just a towel folded up as many times as you can works sufficiently well. Lift your knees up. If you don't have a towel, you can also just maintain a neutral spine with your hips on the mat. A little bit of a gap under your lower back. Knees up in tabletop position. Wrap your hands across your waist. Pull the sides of the waist together. Lift your pelvic floor. Really draw the belly button in. And then just keep sliding your hands across until your elbows are down. We just have the hands resting on top of your abdominals. Now lower your right toe down as you inhale. Exhale, lift the right knee up. We're going to alternate legs. Left leg comes down. Exhale, lift it back up. Inhale, lower the right toe. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower the left. Exhale, lift. 2 more times. Right toe down. Exhale, lifting back up. Left leg down. Exhale, lift and hold. Now, fingertips just touching inside your hip bones. I want you to really scoop your lower abdominals in tight, almost like you're trying to draw your hip bones together. And then extend your right leg out. Left knee stays in that tabletop position. Breathe in, drag the right knee in. Extend your left leg out. Now let's lift the fingertips up to the ceiling. No movement through the hands, just reaching those fingertips up, arms straight over the shoulders as you extend one leg out. Exhale, scoop the belly button in. Inhale, back into your tabletop. Extend the other leg out and back. Last one, extending one leg out and then coming back into our tabletop position. Now we're going to move both arms and both legs. I want you to lower your toes down to the mat. Keep your knees bent. Reach the hands down to the mat in front of you. And then exhale, lift the hands back over the shoulders, knees over the hips. So we inhale, lower the thumbs down to the floor behind you. Toes reach to the mat in front of you. Exhale, everything comes back up to that starting point. Keep your rib cage buttoned down to the mat. So don't let that lowest back rib peel up off the mat. Keep your belly button pulled into your spine. 2 more times. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last one. Breathing in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift. And then just hug your knees into your chest. And then hold the backs of your legs. Try to lift and lengthen your legs. Just kind of pulling those legs in towards your chest. Just holding there with your hips up on that ball or the towel or whatever you're using. Good. Now just bend the knees and take the feet back down to the mat. Lift your hips up off the ball and take the ball away. Draw your knees into your chest, draw your chin into your chest, and then roll yourself up and flip over to all fours. Now feel free to have a quick sip of water as we change positions. So we're going to use the ball for the next exercise. I want you to place your ball under your left knee. Have your hands directly beneath your shoulders. Tuck your left toes under and then stretch your right leg out. So again, make sure that those toes are really tucked under, taking some of that weight. Now zip your core in tight, lift your lower back, really press your mat away, and then lift the right leg up and down. No bend in the knee on that right leg. We're really reaching through the heel, pull the toes into the body. Ears, shoulders, and hips are all in one line. So we're not letting the head hang down. We're not sinking into our shoulders. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up. Now bend the knees, sole the foot up to the ceiling, pulse up from there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now point that toe, breathe out, drop the knee under the body, drop your head, chin to chest, knee towards your forehead. Inhale, lift the head, lift the toe up to the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, knee to your forehead, chin to your chest. Inhale, toe up to the ceiling, lift the head. 2 more times here, just rounding the spine as you exhale, arching the back as you inhale. Last time, scoop the abdominals in, knee to forehead, and then toe up to the ceiling. And then extend that leg back behind you, lift your lower back, so back onto a neutral spine, and tuck the foot out and in. Drawing a rainbow with that toe, up and over, up and back. Stay here for 6. Keep your upper body strong. 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to hold toe at the corner of the mat, rotate the leg outward, press the mat away, lift the leg up at a long diagonal, squeeze and hold at the top. Inhale, slowly lower the leg back down. Exhale, lift up, squeeze and hold. Inhale, drop it back down. Try to get the foot just above hip height, squeeze at the top. Inhale, release. 4 more times, lift up, hold, and down. Last 3, squeeze and release. 2, hold. Last one, hold it up for 4, 3, go a little higher, stretch a little longer, and then slowly drop that right knee down to the mat. Take your ball out from under your left knee. Have a quick stretch, sitting back into a child pose. Circle your wrists both ways. Now shake out any tension through the shoulders or the arms, and then we're going to change sides. Good. So we take that ball under the right knee, Again, the toes need to be tucked under for you to get that stability that we need. Now, if you don't have a ball, just stick a towel under the knee or just do these with the knee on the mat. Also works quite well. Zip the core in tight, lift your left leg up and down. No bend in that left leg. You're really reaching through the heel, pulling the toes in towards the body. So strong flex foot. Press into the pads of your fingertips, just spreading the weight away from your wrists. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, and hold the next one up. Bend your knees, sole the foot to the ceiling. Pull your ribs up into the body. Pulse up from there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the toe. Breathe out. Knee to chest. Drop your chin. Round your spine. Inhale. Lift the head. Lift the toe. Exhale, drop the chin to your chest, knee to your forehead. Inhale up, reverse the curve of the spine, head up, toe up. 2 more, breathing out, chin to chest, knee to forehead. Inhale, toe to ceiling, head up. Last one, rounding the spine as you exhale, arching the back as you inhale. And then extend that leg all the way back out. Come back into neutral spine, lift the ribs up, scoop the belly button in, tap out and in. Drag a rainbow with that toe, up and over. Up and back. Stay there for 6 and 5. Shoulders away from the ears. Core strong. No movement anywhere else in the body except for that left leg. Last 2 and back. Holding this last one off the edge of the mat. Little turn out on the toes, leading with your pinky toe. I'm going to breathe out. Lift the leg up. Squeeze, hold. Inhale slowly down. Exhale, lift up and hold. Inhale down. Stay here for 4. Lift, squeeze. And release. 3, lift, squeeze, and down. Last 2, lengthen, lift a little higher than the hip, and release. Holding this last one up, we're gonna stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your left knee down, take the ball away. And again, sit back into a child pose. Sitting back onto your heels with your knees slightly apart, sinking your ribs down between your knees. Stretching your arms out. And then drag your hands back, roll through your spine, roll your shoulders out a couple of times, circle your wrists. And then place the hands at the end of your mat behind you. Knees are open, and we're gonna lift the hips up. Now, if this causes any pain through your knee, don't force it. So it should feel like a nice stretch. Drop your heels, your hips back to your heels. Bend your elbows slightly, pulling your elbows in towards each other. And then straighten up the arms, lift the hips once again, look to the wall behind you. And then lower it back down. One more time, bending those elbows. And then coming back up, pulling your knees together and shaking everything out. Good, changing positions once again. Now I want you to grab your loop. We're gonna wrap the loop around your feet and take it right up just over your knees. Loop should be flat, so not twisted. I'm gonna come down to your elbows and pull your knees in towards your chest. Now extend your right leg out, pull your left knee in, take your fingertips, touch the lowest front rib and try to draw it down towards the mat. Imagine like a little belt, just pulling that point that's just below those ribs down to the mat. Lift up out of the shoulders. Lower your right leg down. Exhale, lift the knee up, knee to chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Stay here for 4. Lift. 3. Last 2. Keep your rib to hip connection. Keep your scoop through the abdominals. Last 1. We hold up and then sweep to the right. Let the hips roll up off the mat. There's no movement through the shoulders though. Right to left for 3, 2, 1. Come back to that top point of that invisible rainbow and switch the legs. Pull the right knee into the chest. Lock your left leg out. Lift up out of the shoulders. Scoop the belly button in. Inhale, lower the heel down to the mat. Exhale, draw the knee into your chest. Breathe in to lower. Keep that toe button to the inside of your straight leg. Use the breath. Breathe in and out. Last 3. And lift. Last 2. And up. Heel to mats. And the knee to chest. Holding that leg up. Sweep the leg to the left. Over to the right. Like I'm drawing a big rainbow. Up and over to the left. To the right. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Toe comes back to the top of that rainbow. Pull your knees in. Take a deep breath. And then breathe out. Stretch both legs out. Stretch your band. Legs out and in. 8, 7, 6. Keep the core tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees in. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Stretch the legs. Lower them down to the mat. Exhale. Lift them back up. Inhale. Lower. Exhale. Lift one more time. Lower the legs. Lift them up. And then draw the knees into your chest. And come all the way up to sitting. Just straighten up the back. Pull your shoulders back. You're going to keep that loop in place. And we're just going to round your spine and slowly roll yourself down to the mat. Walk your feet in, close to your hips. So we're going to come into some shoulder bridge variations. With this band, now I'm going to step your feet wide. So your toes should be off the mat and your heels should be on the mat. You should be able to touch your heels with your hands. Knees stretching out into that loop. Press your lower back down to the mat. Use your hands at your lower abdominals just to feel everything scooped in tight. And then hands to your sides. Peel the spine all the way up, articulating every joint of that spine until your hips are nice and high. Button your ribs towards your hips. Just relax your shoulders again and drop the hips down and up. Breathe in and out. Now your knees are wide, stretching into that band. Just squeezing the glutes at the top of the movement. Stay here for 8. Narrow waist. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one up. So you can just kind of inch your waistband up just with your muscles alone, just pulling the waist in, lifting those abdominals up. Now pulse your knees out, stretching your band. Pulse the knees out to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more side, get the hips a little higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to combine. We go down, up, double pulse out to the sides, down, lift, pulse, pulse, low, high, press out and out, down, up, press, press. 4 more, lift, press and press. 3, lift, press out. Last 2, lift, double wrap. Last 1, lift, wrap the knees out to the side, and then hold, knees wide. Last variation, just tiny little pulses, up an inch, down an inch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now breathe in, reach the arms all the way to the wall behind you. Back the hands touch the floor, stretch the fingertips, lift the hips higher, drop your rib cage down first. Really tilt the pelvis to get through your middle back and then every vertebra of your lower back before then the hip bones and your tailbone come down, and then take your hands back along your sides. Take a deep breath in. I'm going to lift your head, lift your shoulders. So we're coming into an abdominal exercise, and tap the hands to the outside of your ankles, just shifting the shoulders left and right. So they're 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands behind your head. Breathe out. Reach the right hand to the top of your left knee. Inhale down. Left hand to the top of the right knee. Just crossing across the body. Touch. Really reach the top of that knee. Knees stretching out into that loop. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the head and shoulders. Hands back to your sides. Just relax your shoulders. And we'll do one more set of shoulder bridges. Up onto your tiptoes, heels high up off the mat, feet to the edges of your mat, lower back presses down into the mat, scoop the abdominals in, peel your spine up one vertebra at a time. Walk your hands closer towards your feet, lift the hips even higher, button your ribs towards your hips, and we'll start with our pulses out. 2 sets of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Hips down, up, big movement, low, high for 8, lift, 7, 6, high on those toes, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up. Now we combine, down, up, pulse twice, down, up, pulse, pulse. Low, high, double wrap out to the sides of the walls, out and out. First 4, lift, pulse, pulse. 3, lift, pulse, pulse. 2, lift, out and out. Last 1, lift, pulse the knees out and then hold. Scoop the core in tighter, lift the pelvic floor, little tiny pulses up. 8, 7, 6, up an inch, down an inch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you. Breathe out, melt your spine slowly down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Wrap your hands around your knees, hug your knees into your chest, and then take your band away. Good. Now grab your long band, if you have it, and wrap it around your right foot. Stretch that right foot up to the ceiling. Now if you don't have a band, just go through the same motions, imagining you have a band, but without the extra resistance here. So your left foot is flat, your heel is close to your hips, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to breathe out, lift the hips up, breathe in, lower them back down. Lift and lower. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna hold the hips up, breathe out, lower that leg just past your left knee, breathe in, lift it back up to the ceiling. Try to keep the hips high up off the mat, lower and lift. 4 more here, down and up. 3, lift, last 2, and 1. Hold the leg up, drop the hips down. Switch legs, so left foot into your band, right foot along the mat, shoulders relaxed. Stretch that left leg out, zip the core tight. Breathe out, lift the hips up. Inhale, lower them back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Stay here for 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold the last one up, zip the core tight, breathe out, lower that leg, stretch your band, inhale, lift back up, exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Let's aim for 4 more. Legs stay straight, goes just past that right knee. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good, drop your feet down to the mat. I want you to take both feet into your band. Cross your band. And using the full length, just reach your hands behind you. Breathe out, lower your legs down towards the mat. Breathe in, lift them up to the ceiling. Now, if you don't have a band, your legs shouldn't go as low as mine are going, because the band actually supports your legs. So maybe just come halfway down if you're doing this without the band. And lift. Stay here for 3, and 2, and lift. Last 1, up and hold. Now you need to kind of wrap your band around your hands, just shortening it slightly. Roll yourself up and see if you can balance just behind your sit bones. Reach your arms out to the side. Roll back to your shoulders and up. Balance your balance. Hold. Scoop. Roll back. And up and hold. And then slowly lower the feet down to the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Flex your feet, just drop the band, hold it a little shorter closer to your feet, and just pull your elbows straight back and forward, back and forward. Stay here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Good. Okay, let's take the band away, and we are going to come onto your side. Propping your head up. So no equipment needed here. We're just going to take that bottom knee slightly forward. Top leg is straight. Heel, knee, hip, shoulder, head, all in one line. Lift the leg up and down. Lift and lower. Keep the core strong. Take your hands to your lower abdominals. Make sure your hips are stacked. Make sure this is all tight and strong through your deep abdominals. Stay there. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Hold the last one up. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the leg. I'm going to turn your toes down. Turn your toes inward, like your foot is hanging off your ankle. Leading with your heel. Lift and lower. Up and down. Slow movements. Good. 4 more. Nice and slow. 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Pulse it high. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower the leg, turn your toes up. Lift, leading with that toe, up and down. 8 and 7. Again, slow movements. Imagine you pushing that leg through wet cement. Just lift, resist gravity as you lower, up and down. Getting that turn out, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Just attacking the muscle from slightly different angles as we rotate that leg internally and externally. Hold the last one up, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then point your toe, breathe out. Circle the leg forward, down, back. Hold at the top. One more circle. Perfect circle. Sweeping in every direction, holding at the top. 2 more. Sweep it around and hold. Stretch. Last one. Sweep around and hold and stretch. Reverse for the other way. Back up and around. Hold. And 3. Up and around and hold. Last 2. Hold. 1 more. And hold. Now last variation, we lower the leg down. Just hold it in line with your hip. Kick it forward, back, up, down. Kick forward, sweep back, up, down. 4 more. Back, lift, lower, and 3. Get that hamstring stretch, really getting that foot in front of your hip as you kick. 2, back, lift, lower, and 1. Back, up, and down. Let the foot come all the way down to the mat. Give that muscle a little bit of a pat. Just releasing any tension. Just drop your top knee forward, hand from the head. Holds the knee, other arm reaches out behind you. Try to touch your fingertips to the mat or to the floor behind you, and then circle that arm. Dragging one finger along the floor, circling the arm all the way around, looking over your shoulders, the reaches behind you. And then reverse your circle. Sweep it all the way around the other way. And then take the hand back to the front. Knees come back together. We're going to flip over, changing sides. Going through all of that on the other side. Drop your head up. Bottom knee is bent. Knee at the front of the mat. Top leg is straight. Heel, knee, hip, shoulder all in a line. Foot flexed, parallel to the floor to start. Core strong. Again, take your hands. Check your hips are stacked. Check that your core is tight. Stay there for 5. 4, keep lengthening through that heel, pull the toes in. 2, hold it up, pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down, turn your toes in. So let that foot kind of hang off the heel. Lift and lower, up and down. And make sure that foot isn't kind of creeping in front of you towards the front of the mat and then your hip reaching behind. Imagine a wall behind you, just sliding that leg up and down that invisible wall. Keep lengthening through your torso, lengthen your neck. Last 2. Hold the last one up, pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg down, turn your toes out. 1 more set, up and down. Full range of motion, slow movements. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, toes above your heel. 2, holding up, little pulse at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the toes, circle it forward, sweep it back, and then hold at the top. 3 more, full range of motion, breaking through that invisible wall that was behind you, reaching the foot to the back edge of your mat, and then up to the top. 1 more in this direction, sweeping it all the way around. Hold, stretch and lengthen your torso. Reverse the circles for the other way. Holding at the top, completing a perfect circle, and then freezing at the top. Last 2, sweep around and hold, and 1, sweep around and hold. Now lower the foot down, foot's in line with your hip, kick it forward, back, up, down, pointed toe, forward, back, lift, lower. 4 more, kick it forward, sweep it back, all the way up, all the way down. Feel that hamstring stretch as you kick it forward. Last 2, back, up, down, and 1, back, up, and down. Just let the foot come all the way down. Drop that top knee forward, pat out any tension through the muscle. Take your hand from your head to your knee, and then the other arm reaches out behind you. Try to touch the fingertips to the floor behind you, back of the hand touching that floor. Then circle one arm over your head all the way around. Looking over the shoulders, the hand sweeps behind you. Reverse your circle, circle the other way, all the way around. Good. Now roll over onto your front. Stack your hands one on top of the other. Rest your forehead on the back of your hand. Your feet are about hip width apart. Belly button pulled up away from the mat. Tilt the pelvis so your tailbone is reaching towards your heels, and then lift your chest up and down, keeping your hands stuck to the forehead. So your hands, your elbows, your chest, your head all go up and down. 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. As the chest comes down, we're going to add the legs. So I want you to zip your heels together. Walk your inner thighs touch close. Heels are touching, toes are turned out. So your legs are a bit like a mermaid tail. No daylight between the legs. Everything's zipped and tight, but the toes are turned out. So you got a little V between your heels. Lift your chest, lift your legs, and lower. Lift and lower. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then with the last one, we hold. Again, scoop the abdominals in, lift the abdominals up away from that, lift the chest, lift the legs, and let everything come back down to the mat. Open your feet out to the corners of the mat. Toes are still turned out, heels pulling in towards each other. The hands out to the corners of your mat as well. As you breathe out, I want you to lift your right arm and your left leg. Lift your chest up and then switch the arm and leg. Chest stays high. Your gaze, your look is to the top of your mat. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let everything come down. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, lift both arms, both legs up into a Superman pose. Stretch the arms and legs a little longer, and then add a quick flutter. Staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let everything come down. Take a deep breath in. Walk your feet in a little closer, so your feet are just in line with your hips. Lift your chest, pull your elbows into a W shape. Elbows kind of touch the sides of your ribs, and then inhale, reach the arms out in front of you. Exhale, pull your elbows in, lift your chest up. Fingers should be slightly above your elbows. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and lower. For 3, lift, hold, and down. Last 2, lift and hold, and down. Last one, I'm going to add a change. I'm going to hold your chest up, but sweep your hands back down along the sides of your legs with your pinkies pointing up to the ceiling. As you inhale, drop the chest, take the backs of your hands to the floor. As you exhale, again, lift the chest, rotate the arms, pinch your shoulder blades together, reach the hands down the sides of your legs. Inhale, lower. 2 more there, just rotating the arms, pinkies up to the ceiling and down. Last one, lift up and hold, stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands under your shoulders, sit back onto your heels, toes together, knees apart. Stretch out your arms. And then the last exercise, we're just going to hinge forward, knees at the edges of your mat, toes touching behind your back. Zip your core in tight, round out your lower back, fingertips point in towards each other, and then lower your chest. Exhale, press the mat away. So it's like a modified push-up. Check that your head is lifted. You're leading with your chest. Shoulders are down away from your ears. Good. Stay there for 4. Again, look off the end of the mat. 3, 2, and 1. Now straighten up the arms, slide the shoulders down. We're going to come down in 3 steps. Come halfway down and hold. A little lower, hold as low as you can, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten up the arms, check your shoulders are down. One more time, halfway down and hold. A little lower, and then a little lower, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. And sit all the way back. Big stretch here. Good. Come up to all fours. Tuck your left foot under your body. Left knee is outside of your left arm. Slide your right leg back. Look up to the ceiling. And then just drop down to your elbows, down to your chest. Rest your forehead on the mat. And really sink into those hips. A little bit of movement side to side. Good. And then start lifting your chest. Walk your hands back towards your knee. Uncross the left foot. Right foot tucks under your body, right knee to the outer edge of your mat, just outside of that right arm, left leg slides back. Again, look up, open the collarbone, big inhale. And then exhale down to your elbows, down to your chest, onto your forehead. Good. And then lift everything back up, walk your hands back in, come out of that stretch. Come into a cat stretch, drop your chin to your chest, hug your tailbone, just scooping everything in. And then come into neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your knees up, press into your heels. And then pedal through the heels, right heel down, left heel up, switch, left heel down, right and left, and then both heels down. Walk your hands back to your feet with your legs straight. Wrap the hands around the backs of the legs as you nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Let the hands drop, soften your knees, scoop your abdominals, roll yourself all the way back up to standing. One vertebra on top of the other, shoulders on top of ribs, head on top of shoulders, arms reaching over your head. Exhale, lift up into a balance. And inhale, lower the heels, lace the fingers behind the back. Nice stretch here. And then shake everything out. Great. Well done, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. We're back this afternoon with a beginner's class, a 30-minute beginner session, and back tomorrow morning with 45 minutes. So please subscribe to Instagram, Facebook, all the social media, and we'll see you soon. Bye.